So, Leslie Jones, who was in the 2016 Ghostbusters, is pissed off that they're going to make another Ghostbusters that's not connected to the 2016 Ghostbusters. Now, I can understand where she's coming from this. I really can. Because it's like, you know, in the 2016, Ghostbusters, they could have made it connect to the originals. They could have made it connect to that universe. And they did some weird, like, hybrid of that. Like, there was a lot of lingo and a lot of throwbacks to the original series, but it kind of made no sense because it's not directly related. That's not the 2016 Ghostbusters wasn't Ghostbusters 3. It was its own entity. Obviously, you had the original cast, the surviving cast members, obviously, because Harold Ramis unfortunately passed away in 2014. But it was its own thing. It's its own new universe. So they had a chance to make the 2016 movie Ghostbusters 3 and maybe make them the daughters of the original Ghostbusters. I mean, you even went out of your way to make sure that one of the girls looked like almost like an Egon kind of, and obviously you had a black character, which we had Ernie Hudson back in the day. So it's almost like they didn't have confidence in the 2016 movie, and they wanted to like make it into the same universe without connecting it. You know what I'm saying? The throwbacks, the lingo, the characters matching up. Three white and then an African American, just like the original. It's just so weird to me that they would do all that and not connect it. Now, was the 2016 movie good? No, it was not good. It was really bad, and it wasn't because of 4 female leads. I was actually in favor of 4 female leads. I don't care who the leads are, to be honest with you. But if you're gonna make all female, cool, dope. Just give me a good movie. It's all I ask. Especially coming from a Ghostbusters property, which was like that's my first series I fell in love with, and right after that, I fell in love with Back to the Future. Just give me a good movie. And like I said, I want to say one more time, the 2016 Ghostbusters was not good, but not because they were women, because the script, the plot, and they just made it a joke out of it. Like, they didn't even try to make it a serious movie. They just made it a joke. I mean, ghosts were glowing neon green, neon blue, like you would see them, like, Nickelodeon or something. Like, don't do that. Give them a serious tone. The reason why Ghostbusters, the original 84 and 89, was funny is because you had comedic geniuses at the time. Harold Ramis, and they had so much chemistry together, just like these girls. Well, most of them. I know, Wig here and McCarthy, Bridesmaids and things like that. But they, Wig, knows Kate McKinnon, and because of SNL. So they have chemistry. It's not like they never met before. But when you had Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, they were in a whole bunch of movies, and a whole bunch of movies that were directed and produced by Ivan Reitman. So they not only were they comfortable with each other, they were comfortable with the director, who also produced and wrote it. So it was a really smart film. The 84, 89 films, they were really smart with really scientific, lingo, but they just happen to be comedians. Now, these girls are funny in their own right, but when you force feed us jokes, you put like 100 jokes in there, 50 will land, 25 will miss, and the other 25 will just kind of be like, okay. The more jokes, the more chances of failure, the more chances of jokes not hitting. And I think that's what their problem was. They tried to make it so funny. Like it felt like one big SNL skit instead of it was like a common movie that just happened to be Ghostbusters, instead of it being a Ghostbusters movie that just happened to be funny like the originals. So let's get into this. I'm going to skip all. This is just basically setting up what she said. She's really pissed off. So she said, so insulting. Like, fuck us. We didn't count. It's like something Trump would do. I'm gonna stop right here. You don't have to like Donald Trump as president, right? But like, are you taking a shot at them for making another Ghostbusters movie that's connected to the original universe and yours wasn't? Are you mad because they're saying that this new movie won't be connected to yours? Or is this like your way of just taking a shot at Trump? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like when people do that. Like, if you have a beef with somebody, hit them up directly. Don't throw in some other shots, some sublim hits. Just say your shit to the person you want to say it to. So she goes, in her Trump voice, gonna redo Ghostbusters. Better with men, will be huge. Those women ain't Ghostbusters. Ugh, so annoying. Such a dick move. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying something. Now, it hasn't even begun filming. I believe Jason Reitman, who's the son of Ivan Reitman, obviously, he's directing and writing it. His dad's producing. They haven't even casted Ghostbusters for 2020. You don't know if it's going to be all men. It could be 2 men, 2 women, 4 men, 4 women, 4 transgender women into men, 4 transgender men into women. You don't know. We haven't even seen one casting yet for this movie, and for her to say, "Oh, it's better with men," what does that mean? We don't know who's going to be. It could be an all-female cast. We don't know anything about it besides that little teaser that they shot. Like, it seemed like in one shot, one day. They announced it like on one day. The next day we got like a 30-second teaser that was put together. You know what I'm saying? It was very quick. They just wanted to get the news out there, get us hype. Not one person has been casted yet. So we have no idea the direction they're going to go with the main stars. And I heard something, I don't know, I'm not sure it's true, but I heard that Jason Reitman wants to go young, teenagers, almost like maybe like apprenticeship kind of thing. Maybe the originals come back and help mentor them through their ups and downs. Who knows? I have no idea what this movie's going to be. Nobody does. It comes out in a year and a half. So, I don't think they're redoing this movie because, Ghostbusters didn't work because they were all women. The 2016 Ghostbusters didn't work because the movie, the script, the plot, everything was garbage. I feel bad for these 4 women. If they would have had Jason Reitman with his dad Ivan writing, directing, producing the 2016 Ghostbusters, with these 4 women, we would have got a serious Ghostbusters movie that just happened to be funny because of 4 outstanding comedians on the screen. Instead, what we got was a failed comedy movie that happened to be a Ghostbusters movie too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's totally different. So I know she's pissed off, and she has every right to be pissed off because that's what it feels like. It feels like they're course correcting. Like, oh God, we got so much backlash for that movie. They made no money. Okay, let's go back to the way let's go back to the original formula. Now, that doesn't mean all men. It just means let's go back to a serious tone. Let's go back to writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, having a good movie be put in instead of just a Hollywood trash comedy movie with a Ghostbusters logo. I just really hope that whatever this movie in 2020 will be good. Will be a serious movie and not just some Hollywood trash comedy. All these women here have a right to be upset because, like I said, they had the chance to make their movie a part of the original universe, and they decided, no, it's their own thing. That universe is, boom, back there. All the originals are older. Let's just make our own thing. Even though they tried really hard to connect back to the original universe the very first trailer for the 2016 was 30 years ago. So right there, people go, oh, it's a sequel. And it's like, no, it's a reboot. You know what I'm saying? But so why even put that in the trailer? Why have the original Ghostbusters? Obviously, they're not the Ghostbusters but the OG. It's just like, and then the lingo, that McCarthy was spitting out in the movie is exactly what, Ray Stantz would have said back in the originals. And that's because Dan Aykroyd was an executive producer and he helped write it. He's a sellout too. He just wanted a check. He was promoting how great this movie is, and people were saying, critics were saying it's better than Ghostbusters 2 is the weaker of the first two. The 2016 Ghostbusters is not better than Ghostbusters 2. It's a bad movie. I'm sorry. I wish these girls had an opportunity to have a serious movie put in front of them with the Ghostbusters franchise behind it. Instead, they got a lame, whack, Hollywood comedy with a Ghostbusters logo. And that's a damn shame, because I think these four women could have done a great job. She was the standout. Leslie Jones was a standout in this movie. McCarthy and Wig, their characters were almost identical. Like they were like, it didn't matter. You could interchange either one of them. Kate McKinnon, she was wacky, almost like a MacGyver. Like they had no money, no material to build stuff. They were like building their shit with scraps. But yet, like every 20 seconds, she's like, "Hey, try this new gadget. Oh, hey, look, I made this. Oh, hey, I made that." So it was kind of like, but I would say Leslie Jones was the best character. Kate McKinnon was the second best, and then I don't really care where you're gonna place McCarthy or Wade, because they were honestly the same as that character. They had no depth. They had nothing. They were just themselves on screen being Ghostbusters. At least Leslie Jones put in full effort and was a standout in the movie, and Kate McKinnon was just herself, but she put a little bit of effort behind it, where the other two just kind of just mailed it in, got a check. But I'm hoping for a great movie in 2020. I know Leslie is upset, and like I said, she has rights to be. But for Ghostbusters fans, whether you like the 2016 movie or not, we're kind of getting like we're reaping all the benefits, because we're getting Ghostbusters movies now, and they're pumping them out. And if the 2020 movie does good, who says we won't get a Ghostbusters 4? Who says they won't get a sequel in their own universe? I know they're upset because it's kind of like they said, like, oh, it's not going to be connected to 2016. If I was Leslie, I'd be like, good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our universe, our own Ghostbusters. We don't need to rely on the old movies. You know what I'm saying? I wish there was written like the old movies, but I can understand why she's upset. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.